Mastering traceability matrix development. No one owns tracing requirements to implementation, and that's why operational excellence fails. Who in our organization is responsible for ensuring that a traceability matrix serves its purpose of linking requirements to their implementation, validation, and verification, thereby facilitating operational excellence? Establishing a clear ownership and governance structure is crucial for the development and maintenance of an effective traceability matrix that links requirements to their implementation, validation, and verification, thereby facilitating operational excellence. In this context, the responsibility for ensuring the traceability matrix serves its purpose should be assigned to a multidisciplinary team comprising representatives from various stakeholders, including business owners, product owners, project managers, quality assurance, and development teams. The team should be led by a designated traceability matrix owner who is accountable for the overall development, maintenance, and upkeep of the traceability matrix. This individual should have a deep understanding of the organization's operational excellence goals, as well as the requirements and regulations governing the industry. The traceability matrix owner's primary responsibilities should include 1. Coordinating with stakeholders to gather and document requirements, ensuring that the traceability matrix accurately captures the relationships between requirements, implementation, validation, and verification. 2. Defining and maintaining the traceability matrix structure, including the identification of necessary columns, rows, and cells to ensure comprehensive coverage of requirements and their implementation. 3. Collaborating with development teams to ensure that the implementation of requirements is properly documented and linked to the relevant validation and verification activities. 4. Working with quality assurance teams to validate and verify that the implementation of requirements meets the specified standards and regulations. 5. Conducting regular reviews and updates of the traceability matrix to ensure that it remains accurate, complete, and up to date, reflecting changes to requirements, implementation, validation, and verification. 6. Providing training and support to stakeholders on the use and maintenance of the traceability matrix. 7. Establishing and maintaining a change management process to ensure that changes to the traceability matrix are properly documented, approved, and implemented. 8. Developing and maintaining metrics to measure the effectiveness of the traceability matrix in supporting operational excellence, including metrics on requirement coverage, validation and verification completeness, and implementation quality. 9. Reporting on the status of the traceability matrix to senior management and other stakeholders, highlighting areas of improvement and opportunities for growth. Additionally, the following stakeholders should be involved in the development and maintenance of the traceability matrix. Business owners provide input on business requirements and ensure that the traceability matrix accurately reflects the organization's operational excellence goals. Product owners ensure that the traceability matrix captures the product-specific requirements and implementation details. Project managers oversee the implementation of requirements and ensure that the traceability matrix is updated accordingly. Quality assurance teams validate and verify that the implementation of requirements meets the specified standards and regulations. Development teams implement requirements and provide input on the implementation details to be captured in the traceability matrix. By assigning clear ownership and ensuring a collaborative effort among stakeholders, the organization can develop and maintain a comprehensive and effective traceability matrix that facilitates operational excellence by linking requirements to their implementation, validation, and verification. The traceability matrix development process, an endeavor that requires meticulous attention to detail, a dash of creativity, and a whole lot of collaboration. As someone who's spent years guiding organizations towards operational excellence, I've had my fair share of triumphs and tribulations when it comes to developing effective traceability matrices. Let me take you back to a project I worked on with a leading pharmaceutical company. The goal was to streamline their product development process, ensuring that every requirement was meticulously tracked and verified. Sounds straightforward, but trust me, it was anything but. As we dove into the project, I realized that the team was struggling to connect the dots between the requirements and their implementation. It was like trying to assemble a puzzle without the box top. You know the pieces are there, but you're not quite sure how they fit together. That's when I knew we needed to shake things up. I gathered the team and asked them to think outside the box, or in this case, the matrix. We started by brainstorming all the possible ways we could link requirements to their implementation, validation, and verification. It was a messy, loud, and sometimes chaotic process, but that's where the magic happens. One team member suggested using a visual mapping tool to create a flowchart of the entire product development process. Another suggested we color code the requirements to indicate their status. It was like watching a blank canvas transform into a masterpiece, each stroke adding depth, complexity, and beauty. But, as we worked on the matrix, I realized that it wasn't just about collecting data, it was about telling a story of how each requirement came to life, how it was tested, and how it was verified. It was about creating a narrative that would guide the team towards operational excellence. As we refined the matrix, I could sense the team's energy shifting. They were no longer just data points on a spreadsheet, they were the architects of a new system. They were the ones who would bring order to chaos, who would turn complexity into simplicity. And that's when it hit me. The secret to a successful traceability matrix lies not in the data itself, but in the relationships between the data points. It's about creating a web of connections that forms a cohesive whole. It's about understanding that each requirement is not an island, but a part of a larger ecosystem. As I looked at the final matrix, I felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. It wasn't perfect, but it was a work of art, a testament to the power of collaboration and creativity. And as I walked out of the meeting room, I knew that this matrix would be the foundation upon which operational excellence would be built. So, what are the actionable steps you can take to develop a traceability matrix that serves its purpose? 1. Don't be afraid to think outside the box, or in this case, the matrix. 2. Encourage collaboration and brainstorming. The more diverse the perspectives, the better. 3. Focus on telling a story, how each requirement comes to life, how it's tested, and how it's verified. 4. Pay attention to the relationships between data points. It's not just about collecting data, but about creating a cohesive whole. 5. Remember, the goal is not to create a perfect matrix, but to create one that serves as the foundation for operational excellence. As I reflect on that project, I'm reminded that developing a traceability matrix is not just about process, it's about people. It's about creating a sense of ownership, of connection, and of community. And that, my friends, is the key to operational excellence.